On to the 5th inning we go. Union City with a 5-1 lead over Trenton. Now, if Union City can hold on, it'll force a second game to win this championship of the Northwest Tennessee Babe Ruth League. If Trenton can come from behind and win it, they take the championship. Trenton's already beat Union City once. Is that right? Yeah, Trenton's already beat them once. For Union City, leading off here in the top of the 5th inning is Christian Carey. Drew Powell on the mound for Trenton. First pitch, ball 1. Dan Reaves from 101.5 FM and also 0.5digital.com. And Victor Parkins. Here's the 1-0. Swing! Over to third base. Through for a base hit and a leadoff single for Jacob Tilley. Or make that Christian Carey.
Just a good piece of hitting there, Dan.
He
kept his eye on the ball and just hit it about the only place he could.
That'll bring up Brett Woodward. With a leadoff man on first base, and Union City trying to do some further damage here at the top of the 5th inning with a 4-run lead. Ball gets by the catcher. Off to second base is Christian Carey. Now runner in scoring position with nobody down at the top of the 5th inning. Be sure to check us out this fall with USJ football and BallGame Blitz on 0.5digital.com. Two 2-0 to Woodward. Here's the 2-0. Ball 3. Left it down low. 3-0. So, Victor, you cover football as well as anybody in West Tennessee. Who's the team this year?
I think there's, going to be a lot of good teams this year. I mean, Lexington's got a lot of people back. Obviously, Union City right here, I think they've got all but 3 starters back from a state championship team in 2013. So, obviously, they're on everybody's radar. Trenton right here at this not too far from this location is expected to have a good team. A lot of great coaching in West Tennessee, Dan. There's, I think there's going to be a lot of good football. USJ's always there.
Big play back at second base. Carey ain't buying it. He's back. We said 2-0. The scoreboard was wrong. It was. We said 3-0. It was 2-0. So now it's 3-0. On Woodward. Powell comes set. Out of that stretch. Here's the 3-0. Right down Main Street. Call strike 1. What about your hometown, the Bulldogs?
Bulldogs are kind of still rebuilding, you know. I mean, they had a quite unusual season last year. First time they didn't make the playoffs in 30 years. And I think they're going to be okay. They got a lot of young kids that can play. And so we'll see. We'll see real soon.
Down low, ball 4. So first 2 batters of the inning on base. For Union City, Carey with that leadoff single. Now Woodward draws the walk. And to bring up Dylan Ruiz, right fielder for Union City. Nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. 5-1 Union City. High ball 1. 5-1 Union City.
Dan, there's been 2 or 3 people walk by me with jackets on. It's July 15th in West Tennessee.
Isn't that crazy? Global warming, gotta love it. Snap throw, first base. Back in there safely is Woodward. You know, they explained it to me that on the other side of the planet, the warm air has pushed the jet stream south of us, allowing the Canadian cool air to seep in here. I'm loving it.
Well, whoever they are, I wish they would keep pushing that air over here.
Too.
It's nice.
It is. It's just awesome. This has got to be what it's like to live up in Fargo, North Dakota in July, you know? But last winter was like Fargo, North Dakota winters. 2-0 outside, ball 3. 3-0. Time's called. Brian Babb to make that Keith Tilley out to the mound to chat with his pitcher. 5-1, Union City with the advantage. Top of the 5th inning. Nobody out. Runners on first and second.
You know, you got to think sometime right in this area, Dan, that Trenton's they got to make a move and start getting some outs and some runs across the plate.
Running out of time in Babe Ruth in 7 innings, not 9. So Trenton only has 6 outs left to make up this 4-run deficit if they can hold Union City here. 3-0. 3-0 pitch, ball 4. That'll load the bases up. So bases are jammed. And at the plate, Garrett Northern, the big first baseman. No place to put him. Out of the stretch. Bases jammed. First pitch swinging. Pops it up. Left side. Infield fly rule in effect. Fields will field it anyhow. So 1 down. A big out number 1 here, Vic.
That was big. That was big. If he would have put that in play, it would have been surely 2 more runs on the board. And then you really have to start thinking about game 2 if you're Trenton.
That'll bring up Jackson Seals for Union City. Bases jammed, 1 down. Top 5. First pitch, ball 1, down low. You can see when you watch it on TV just how bright it is out here. With no humidity, just a very beautiful, bright day. Here's the 1-0. Fouled back at the plates. They'll leave it accounted a ball and a strike. The sky really has a different look without minus all that humidity.
It really does. I could get used to it. A beautiful ballpark.
1-1 pitch from Powell on its way. Outside ball 2, 2-1. So Jackson Seals at the plate for Union City's in the driver's seat with a hitter's count of 2 balls and a strike. Powell pitching out of that stretch with the bases jammed.
It's going to get down, and he's burned.
Gets past the left fielder, it'll roll all the way to the wall. This may clear the bases. Rounding third, headed home is Pascal, and it's a 3-run double for Jackson Seals. Has blown this game wide open.
You know, it is a big field, Dan, but it appeared he was playing him a little shallow there in left field, and he just got burned.
Sure did. Seals with that line drive. And boy, in a field this big with these dimensions, if it gets by the outfield, it rolls to the wall.
A lot of space.
Oh boy, especially with the bases loaded. And bring up Hunter Brown. Still on the 1 out in the inning, and 3 runs have scored already. First pitch, ball 1. One to go. Mr. Brown. Ball 2. Top of the 5th inning, Union City 8-1 over Trenton. Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss. Got that one by him.
A little in front of it.
Hey, you're looking down here at me. Watch the ball.
Little instruction for the first base coach. It's solid. Logic there. 2-1, and boy.
Free base.
Brown, it hit Brown, so Brown will move on to first base. And Union City, with only 1 out, right back in business.
Everything going the way of Union City right now.
That'll bring up Caleb Dow. Dow's dangerous at the plate. Drew Powell on the mound for Trenton. Right now struggling through this inning. First pitch gets by the catcher. The runners will advance 90 feet. So Trenton right now kind of coming unraveled. 1-0 on Dow. Caleb, who's tripled already today. There's 1-0. Call strike one.
Hey, that wasn't yours. Hey, that'd have been a pot club.
Union City's got to feel good about pushing game 2 right now.
Oh, yeah. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, third base. Foul. Just fouled on that third base line.
Like it's on the line.
8-1, Union City with a
Hey, if it's Mark,
big
you gotta
lead
do
here
it.
at the top of the 5th inning. Northwest Tennessee, Babe Ruth. Basically, championship series is what it's come down to, and Union City would need to win 2 to win it. And they're leading this first one by 7 runs. Here's a 2-1.
He's going to have to hustle.
And he beats it out. Dow is going to make that turn and head down to second base. Another run will score, and Dow will cruise into second base with a swinging bunt. It's 9-1 Union City.
Now you got to be thinking about the run rule, Dan.
Yeah, and you know, if Babe Ruth, if it's the way it used to be, it's 10 runs after 4, I believe. Now, that may have changed through the years. Paul Schutze, our producer, is the expert on Babe Ruth rule book. That'll bring up Jordan Fowler, who pitched so well tonight for Union City.
Hey, it's Mark over there, Hunter.
Pitched, what was it, Vicky? 3 scoreless innings for Fowler. And had a big RBI, well, 3 RBI single last inning to really blow this game open. 1-0 on Fowler. Make it 2-0. Well, when things start going bad, it's yeah, it seems like it's hard to reverse that momentum. Same thing where things are going well for Union City. Just fouled out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Top of the 5th inning. Union City at the plate, leading 9-1.
Trenton just hasn't played well in this first game. Union City has. Trenton hadn't hit the ball, hadn't made too many good defensive plays, and pitching just hasn't settled in for them.
They just look uncomfortable.
They really do.
3-1. Jordan Fowler hitting from the left side of the plate. Gets the right-handed pitch in Fowler's 3-1 pitch. Swing. Fly ball deep right field. That's going to get over the head of the right fielder, go all the way to the wall. Fowler rounding first. He's headed to second base with a stand-up double. And 2 more runs will score.
I'm going to tell you, Dan, if a ball's going to get out of here today, you would think it would have been that one. He crushed it. Right down the line.
Sure did.
I thought that one just might make it, and it still hit 20 feet short.
It's just a big field here in Trenton. Now you think about how strong Rick Raby is. Hit one out of here with a softball with one leg. He was injured. Well, that's going to be a balk there, I'm afraid.
Sure looked like
Powell went over to first base with a pickoff move. Problem was there's nobody on first base. Fowler had doubled, and so now with that balk, Fowler will get third base. Clint Baker stands in there. Still only 1 out in the inning. And a runner on third base for Baker. 11-1, Union City. Pitch to Baker. Foul back out of play. Well, it's safe to say that the 10-run rule after 4 innings is not accurate. Swing, fly ball down the right field line, twisting foul out of play.
When all else fails, Dan,
Look it up.
go to Google.
Yeah, Siri.
I'll race you.
0-2 on Baker. 0-2 pitch up high, ball one.
Oh, dangerous move.
Base, gets by the third baseman. Here comes Fowler headed home. He's going to score easily. 12-1, Union City. Oh, boy.
Things are just going bad, from bad to worse over here for Trenton.
Miguel Anderson, who's bent plumb out of shape over there on second. I've got to say it again. It's still only 1 out. Now the bases are cleared again. Ball and 2 strikes on Baker. 1-2, fouled out of play. We'll do it over again. I wish I'd have brought my scarf. I'm going to freeze to death out here. July 15th.
I made a special trip just to go put short pants on, Dan. I think I made a mistake.
1-2, line. Fielded by Anderson. At second base, on to first for the second out of the inning. So, finally, something positive happening for Trenton. Finally get that second out of the inning. Christian Carey, who led off this inning, back up there as Union City's hit around here in the 5th inning and blown this game wide open. 6 runs on the board here in this top of the 5th inning. Christian Carey, who's coming in relief pitching for Union City at the plate. First pitch high and inside, ball 1. Worthy Road Studios. You see the
impressive setup.
It really is. And the pitcher just crystal clear. Here's the 1-0. Outside ball 2, 2-0. Christian Carey at the plate with 2 down. Top of the 5th inning, 12-1 Union City. 2-0 right in there, strike 1. The shadows come into play a bit here at this field with the sun setting. Shadows creeping across the infield. And what's tough about it is the shadows cover the area just in front of the pitcher's mound, but they stop before you get to home plate. So the ball goes in and out of the shadows if you're the batter. Ball 4 to Carey. He's on first with 2 down. And it looks like Trenton may make a move.
Long inning here for Trenton.
Yeah, it is.
They need to get out of here.
Long inning for Powell, and now he's saying his arm is giving out on him. So
he's thrown a lot of pitches. I don't know what the count is, but he's thrown a lot.
So Trenton going to go to the bullpen, bring in a reliever. 12-1 Union City.
You know, and it certainly looks like there's probably going to be a game 2 here, Dan. You got to wonder if they're considering if they're using all their pitching up in this game.
Well, that's something I'm sure the coach would have loved to have not gone to another pitcher at this point.
It's the 3rd pitcher of the game.
It is. The situation kind of dictated that he had to go back to that bullpen. And you got to do what you got to do.
You know, you hear so often in this age group when kids hurt their arms, they just throw too many pitches, don't get enough rest, don't get the proper care when they're, when they come off the mound. Out to get those arms iced down immediately, and a lot of times at this age group, you just don't have the resources to do it. So many times you see kids throw their arms out way before they should.
Archer Keithley in relief, the left-handed pitcher for Trenton. You're right about that, Victor, and it's even not only at this level, but this level is so important to protect these young arms. But we've seen it in minor league baseball. The Chicago Cubs, almost notorious, or at least there for a while.
Yep.
They brought up Kerry Wood. He threw too many pitches early, cut his career short. Mark Pryor, and both those guys came through Jackson when the Diamond Jacks were affiliated with the Chicago Cubs.
I remember when Kerry Wood was there, he was drawing some big crowds to Jackson. He was, everyone knew he was headed to Wrigley.
Oh, yeah. I said to Hunter Keithley, that looks like that's Mateo Anderson, the new pitcher for Trenton. Mateo Anderson.
You see the monitor better now?
Oh, yeah. Great look on this monitor right here. Sure is. As the sun finally setting in the western sky here in Trenton, Tennessee. Shady Acres Park here in Trenton. So 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Union City's blown this thing wide open. It's 12-1 Union City over Trenton. 2 down, runner on first base. New pitcher is Mateo Anderson for Trenton. Mateo to the plate, ball 1.
Wasn't too long ago we were talking about how quickly this game was moving
Sure
along,
right.
and we've been in this 5th inning now for about an hour, I think.
Things change in a hurry. Brent Woodward at the plate. Second time he's batted this inning. Here's the 1-0. Outside low, ball 2. 12-1. Union City. Trenton still holding the runner on first base. 2-0 pitch. Got away from the catcher. And Carey will take second base. So Trenton right now just trying to find a break. Trying to get out of this 5th inning. This inning is lasted so far about 20 minutes.
At least.
If you ask Trenton, they'd say probably it's lasted 2 days. And we got another balk. And Carey's going to get third base.
Boy, things just aren't going the way for Trenton that they would like to see right now. Now Coach says just go get the batter.
Offered him a chance to go out of that windup. He's going to pitch out of the stretch. And ball 4. So Woodward draws the walk. Two down, runners on the corner for Union City. 12-1, Union City with a big advantage. There stands in there, call strike 1.
Runner takes second.
Yeah, Woodward
Easy.
went on down there. 0-1, ball 1, 1-1. Yeah, with a 12-1 lead, sometimes there's a line drive.
That's going to
Center
fall
field,
in.
That's a base hit. It's going to be 2 runs. Going to plate on that single as Ruiz line drive into, or make that, not Ruiz, but Trip Conley with that 2 RBI single to center field as Woodward and Carey come home. They score. It's 14-1 Union City. Wow.
Got out of hand quick.
Yeah, it did. Went from a really closely contested game to a blowout. No, you know, with an 11-run lead, you don't know what the courtesy is. Do you send your runner or not? But Union City is going to continue to send him on down to second base. But, you know, this is not Major League, so you never know if the wheel's going to come off for Union City, and Trenton has a 10-run inning. So if that were to happen, you'd be looking at the manager saying, why did you not take advantage of the opportunities?
Yeah, you just never know. You know, the kids, you put the kids out there, you work them, you want them to play, and you can't tell them not to.
That ball just a little high, ball 2. And down to third base goes Ruiz. Or make that Conley. Garrett Northern at the plate for Union City. Mateo Anderson on the mound for Trenton in relief. Here's the 3-0. Call strike 1. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Just a bit outside, ball 4. So on to first base goes Garrett Northern, and Graham Pascal will stand in there. Oh boy, you knew that was coming with Anderson. Now the umpire saying, wait a minute. Trying to calm him down a little bit.
It's frustrating
Yeah.
when things are going this way. And
oh boy, the umpire saw it. Yeah, he's gone now. So Miguel Anderson tossed out of the game.
comes the time, Dan, when you just listen to the man in blue, and you better go do what he says.
Yeah, Miguel Anderson learning that the hard way here, tossed out of the game. And you know, the umpire walked over and talked with Miguel, you know.
Looks like he gave him a good chance.
Gave him a really good opportunity to stay in the game.
Come on, Jackson.
The second base umpire, when the second base umpire turned to walk away, Anderson made a gesture. The second base umpire didn't see it, but the home plate umpire did. Tossed Anderson out of the game. Which, and these umpires, you have to do that. If you don't have control of the game, then it will simply just fall apart. Leaves
That's right.
it falling apart.
Absolutely.
Umpires being lax on it. So umpires, that's not what they wanted to do. They gave him plenty of opportunities. So hopefully Miguel will cool down and get his head screwed on straight, be able to play in the second game and help Trent. $14-1. The wheels have kind of come off here for Trent, the home team.
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, the last pitcher that we saw out there might not even have been in the pitching rotation. You know, he may have just been kind of a guy to come in and fill in so they could save plenty of pitching for game 2.
Victor, I bet you're right on Anderson. He's just doing his best to come in and try to stop the bleeding.
Come on, Jackson.
We've just been told by Paul Schultz, our producer, this inning has now hit its 29th minute. Wow.
You know, and
Well, no need to split hairs. We'll stick with 29.
of course, if that pitcher wasn't in the starting rotation, Dan, you got to think this one's probably not either.
That's true. First pitch swinging here, strike 1.
He brought some heat. Good-looking pitch.
Jacob Seals at the plate for Union City. Runners on the corners again for Union City. Seals swing and miss again. It's 0-2. So 0-2 on Seals. There's Anderson trying to get out of this inning. Here's the 0-2. Foul. Back out of play. We'll do it over again. And Union City still sending the runners down, stealing second base.
You know, these kids been playing all summer long. It's
yeah. Here's the 1-2. Popped it up on the infield. Here comes Anderson over. Can't make the play. There's Mateo trying to make the play for the mound. That looked like to me that had first baseman written all over it. The new second baseman for Trenton is Hunter Keithley, replacing Miguel Anderson.
I'm gonna tell you, Dan, if I'd have had a glove, I think I could have made a play on that ball.
It was almost in our laps, that's for sure. 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch, a pipe, ball
Runner.
3. There goes the runner down to second, and they
Got
throw
him
him
easy.
out. Well, justice kind of prevailed on that one.
That's right.
With a 13-run lead, so finally, mercifully, the inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Union City 14, Trenton 1.